turns around a game. If you go look at the timestamp, there was 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Shipley's own is being guarded by a linebacker. And they hit that catch. He goes in for a touchdown. Clemson very well could have been 12-1 this year. I still think they would have lost to Georgia in overtime.
Timeout.
But I tell people this all. Go ahead.
Timeout, DeAndre. So you showed me the clip from the Pitt game. You sent that to me.
Right.
That would have made it 14-0 a few minutes before half, like 8 minutes before half. Who was that dropped that pass? I couldn't tell.
Shipley.
Oh, that was Will Shipley?
The running back.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
All right. I thought it was a wideout. Anyway, regardless, okay, so they went 9-3 in the regular season. So let's go. We'll go along with your thinking, because I was just pointing out to you, okay, well, they were still up 7-0, 8 minutes left in the first quarter. But to your point, I'd be making the same claim. If Ohio State or anybody dropped a game like that, and they could have went up 2 touchdowns, I would be saying the same thing. You know, if they catch that ball, who knows? You can't say either way, but you can at least say, you know.
Right.
So where do you get 12-1? Where's your other?
Lost Georgia.
Oh,
I think we should have lost to Georgia in overtime. Yeah, so the reason why I say that.
Where are you picking up another win? NC State.
I think we should have beat State. Yeah, because remember that was a 1-point loss. Remember, Justin Ross dropped the 2-point conversion. Remember, he played one of her.
Okay. Well, if you go 11-1, that completely changes your season. You go to an ACC championship game, and then you go to a playoff, or if you lose, you go to a really good bowl game. So you're not playing Iowa State.
Right.
And you got to admit, DeAndre, that Iowa State game, you benefited from 2 crazy plays in that game.
They still have, and I want to get back to this right here. We go back to that Pitt game.
Yeah.
They had a total of 15 but jumping outside penalties.
15?
And that gave Pitt first down. Yeah, there was 15 of them.
15?
I'm about to go back.
They had 15 false start penalties in one game?
Yeah, jumping outside penalties. They jumped outside 15 times that game.
1-5.
First down. Yeah, I believe that's right.
Okay, I'm going to have to check
I had to go back
and
look at it, and I tweaked it.
I feel like watching this game now. I watched it at the time. I just don't remember. Oh, well, DeAndre, I want to watch about 100 games from last year, and I never get to. So I don't know that I am, but I watched it once. So
well, we can look it up in a box score.
Yeah, if my laptop was working.
Go back to all the false start penalties.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But my point is that, like you said, with the Ohio State and Clemson game a couple of years ago, they swing because of momentum. And I want to put it like this. Clemson lost their all-time leading rusher. They lost the number 1 draft pick in the draft, and they still went 10-3. They lost. T. Higgins was already gone, but Ross wasn't healthy the whole year. They lost most of their what's called it, and you tell them you still go 10-3. He had a chance to go 11-1 in the regular season. So I don't understand why there's all this like Clemson's gonna die.
Well, DeAndre,
I think Clemson's gonna die because go ahead.
I'm not one of those people that say Clemson's gonna die. So let's understand that.
No, I know you're not.
I've not been one of those people. I have. So anyway, but I have when you've made these claims before. What have I said? I've also pointed out the games that they won that were very shaky. Georgia Tech, BC, Syracuse.
All of them but the Wake Forest game. Let's just be honest. Wake Forest and South Carolina State and UConn won't shaky wins. And I totally agree with that. But the losses were very shaky, too. Well, I mean, they could have went either way. But my point is we lost 2 iconic players to the draft. and we still was there.
Sure.
At the end. And I don't know why people are still saying, like, they're going to all of a sudden die. Just like when Ohio State got beat by Oregon. Like, Oregon just ran up and down on them. Most of y'all defensive line were freshmen. Like, I think one of the starters just got there in the summer, and he just had finished up his recruiting. They have a great team. I mean, they bounce back, and they lit people up.
Okay.
I just don't get it.
I got you, DeAndre. So 2 things here. Pitt did outgain Clemson by 150 yards in that game.
Right.
And number 2, Clemson only had 5 penalties in the game for 46 yards. So they certainly did not have 15 false starts.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a game that had 15 false starts. So that was a bunch. But yeah, I had to go back and look at what I was talking about then. But yeah. But like I said, that catch by Shipley could have been a game changer with 6 minutes to go in the first half. It could have been something else differently. But hey, that's the world that we live in. And you know, if ends and should have been, that's what happened. You know, so I was just bringing that point up when people are so hard on Clemson about what happened to them this year. And I really think they're better than what people – I think they're going to be better than what people think they're going to be. And I know people say, well, they picked to be finished number 4. But the regular people, they starting the season off at number 4. But regular people are like, nah, man, Clemson's dead. DJ sucks. Yeah, he had a bad year.
Yeah, he sure did have a bad year.
The receivers were really bad. Yeah. But it also so did the offensive line and the
sure
and the receivers. And I go back to this again. Go look at Clemson production in the NFL draft as far as offensive linemen come. For whatever reason, Dabo has not figured out that he does not do very well with improving his offensive line coach. I don't know if we still got the same offensive line coach, but why don't we put more offensive line talent in the NFL? Even with Trevor Lawrence, I mean, Deshaun Watson, Taj Boyd. I know Taj Boyd didn't get drafted, but why don't we put better offensive line talent in the NFL? I just don't think we developed that position very good, and that hurts us. I forgot to punt him, the kid on the team now. I don't know, everybody was hyped about that. We got him. And, I mean, he's been marginal. Everybody was pumped about it. But I'm going to let you go, Mark, but I just got one more thing for you.
Sure.
Quentin Euros, the guy that y'all was talking about earlier, the guy Ohio State.
Yeah.
So I'll follow recruiting a little bit. So I see that Manning's son is thinking about going to Texas too. Wouldn't that be amazing? Quentin Muro made all this money and might not never get on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a long stretch, but
he'll get on the field somewhere.
Yeah, but think about how much money might have been paid out to this gentleman. And it's none of my business. He's making the money. But think about how much money that probably went through his hands. And he might say, yeah, he might get on the field somewhere, but I like C.J. Stroud, but I know he wasn't as heavily recruited as Quentin Euro was.
No.
Wasn't he a 4-star and Quentin Euro was a 5?
Yes.
So, and he did with that receiver group. Neither one of them had a start in the college ball. He wasn't able to beat him out. Now he's going down to Texas. I don't know the Texas quarterback that's currently there now. But everybody said he'll probably start. Yeah, so he's probably going to start the season.
Well, so the Texas quarterback that's there currently is Hudson Card. He won the job over Casey Thompson coming out of camp last year, but had a couple marginal games against Arkansas, and I don't know that he played at all against Oklahoma. He might have gotten benched against Arkansas, And then he played a little bit during the rest of the season, but they handed it over to Casey Thompson. He's the one who transferred to Nebraska. So Hudson Card's still there, but he didn't exactly light it on fire last year. So I don't know who's going to win that job.
Oh, okay.
My bet would be on Ewers, but that's only like 60-40.
Well, we don't beat them out because this is like the seventh person to ever have a perfect composite in the in this era. So I mean that's just amazing. And like I said, if he doesn't beat them out, I mean that's just crazy. I mean it happens because look at JT Daniels. I mean he's been beaten out by walk-ons twice. Some people just missed the evaluation. I mean, he was Mr. USC and everything.
I don't think that JT Daniels was beat out by a walk-on. He got hurt.
They ain't get a job back to him.
No, they didn't give the job back to him.
Got beat out.
I don't know that he got beat out. He won the job in 2020 as soon as he got healthy. Halfway through the season, they put JT Daniels in the lineup as the starter, and he finished out the season. They won the Peach Bowl. He finished out the season in 2020. He won the job. He was the starter against Clemson. He didn't get removed until he got hurt, and then he never got back in the lineup. I don't know that he got beat out by the walk-on. And similarly, let's understand that Quinn Ewers was only on Ohio State's campus and on the team last year because he reclassified up. He should have still been a senior in high school. So this is really supposed to only be his true freshman season right now.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not ready to bury the guy.
Happens, I mean. No, I'm just saying, I won't bury him either, but what I'm saying is, wouldn't it be amazing that if he never gets on the field and he done got all the money for NIL, and where everybody sitting around talking about NIL, and he might not never get on the field. I mean, I'm not saying he won't, but I'm just saying if he never does, I mean, and I never see the guy play. So outside of clips I saw on YouTube, and I'm not saying that he's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying what happens if that happens. That would be just funny, and everybody's going to put all this money in him in NIL. So that's what I'm saying. I wish the kid the best. I mean, because I know I have nothing against him. It's not like he played at Ohio State anymore, you know. But I just found it funny that we all talk about NIL and you have all the stuff going on with it.
All right, DeAndre.
You might lose out a lot of money. All right, Mark.
Well, I appreciate the call. Thank you for the contribution tonight. Thank you for that. Our man DeAndre getting the job done as always, and I appreciate his contribution. That was so nice of him. And, 3 hours and 7 minutes. So I love every minute of it. Appreciate you being here. Voice of College Football. Do all the good things that are going to keep our channel. We just don't want to crawl. We don't want to just sustain or just make it. We need to do better. And thank you so much for all of your help. I've got a couple series I'm about to get rolling on. One that you are aware of, we have released our top 20 quarterbacks, top 10 running backs, top 10 wide receivers. And we're going to continue on through the position groups on both sides of the ball. And also got a number of what I think are interesting topics to fill in the blank of, is this the year? Is this the year that happens? Is this finally the year that this happens? I've got about 10 of those lined up.